Hello, people on the internet watching the internet. Welcome to my 1982 Toyota Celica Supra, which I'm doing a mini build series on to give away to one of you. The link is in the video description on where you can go to enter to figure out where this hood latch is. In the last video, I finished installing that Greddy Trust header from Japan, as well as this 3-inch catback Raptor Racing exhaust from Canada. Considering both poutine and sushi are delicious, so isn't the sound of this car now. That was not funny whatsoever. You're probably wondering why I'm taking this stuff apart right now. This has nothing to do with suspension. And, well, there's a very logical reason for that. Going up. This car needs a new radiator. It leaks and also has the provisions for the automatic transmission cooler, which I no longer have an automatic transmission. So instead of putting a generic made in elsewhere radiator, because you can no longer get a genuine Toyota one, I'm gonna have that one rebuilt. They left little sloots so you can get to the hardware. That's so fancy. Man, what in the Hobbit situation is going on with this thing? It's like a foot too short. Oh. It's allowing me to loosen it. It still works after 41 years. What a good little radiator. Whoa, it's a bit of a golden shower. Hey Alexa, play R. Kelly.
Shuffling R. Kelly and similar artists on Amazon Music.
All right, Splash Mountain. Ah! Oh yeah, there's gonna be coolant coming out of this. Man, this hose is still in such good shape. I got a little bit of it in my mouth. Oh, that tastes terrible. That must be the bitterol. Okay. Come on. Almost. Got it. The thermostat looks like it was done not too long ago on this. There's no rust or chunks or anything gross inside the cooling system, so it looks like this car was well taken care of. Considering this thing was owned by an engineer its entire life, most of which is probably during his retirement, I can see why it was well taken care of. I just sent the radiator down to the radiator repair shop, and I will know tomorrow whether or not that thing is savable and rebuildable. Which, thankfully, it was. They said that the radiator was 24% clogged and that the leak was found down by the transmission cooler side, so it was fully repairable and I should have it back within a few days. Oh, that's loud. Okay then. That's what I thought. Last thing I want to happen is this caliper hang by the brake line. So, there you go. Hopefully this thing isn't too heavy because I got the caliper attached to it, the rotor attached to it. I was pleasantly surprised when I started tearing apart the front of this car that it still all had its original hardware, a lot of which I don't think has ever been taken apart before. Everything was torqued to spec and everything was in good condition. That chair didn't do much. Okay, well, it's out. Good. Ideally, if I had enough time left in this giveaway, all these components I would take off and I'd have powder coated, but I don't have enough time to wait on the powder coaters to get these back. So this is the following day and I have summoned for one last time a Fabricator. Charlie with the battery head antenna just landed a good job as an engineer, so he will be Fabricating no more.
Well, on the side sometimes, but you'll see less of me.
The reason why these have been removed is because Fabricable. Inside this box, which is not sponsored, again, purchased this for the car for you guys because only the best. The same suspension setup that I did on the RA21 Techno Toy coilovers. Oh yeah, these are absolutely sick. Made in Japan, KYB AGXs installed inside the rear coilover with Hyperco springs. I'm an idiot. These should be the fronts. Paper. Yeah. Now again, up front, just like the rear, is one of the made in Japan KYB AGXs, some Hyperco coils, and then the accoutrements, custom made by Techno Toy for the MA61. This is gonna be fabric cobbling time. Top camber adjustment plates. Now I could have bought this kit fully assembled, but that would require me sending the struts in, and I didn't really have the ability to have 2 cars down in the shop, just because I don't have the space in here.
It's also a way you can save yourself some money if you're handy with a welder. You can buy it as a do-it-yourself kit rather than having to send your stuff in and have them do it.
Now I'm not doing this just solely as a performance upgrade. I'm doing this because all 4 struts on the car were blown. It needed new suspension regardless. What kind of inserts were in there? Yeah, this one was definitely bad. There's leaking oil everywhere. It doesn't say who it's made by, it just says patent pending, made in USA. It's a blue body.
I'm gonna guess it's give or take 16 gauge. So we're gonna go 3rd gear and 50 inches a minute on the wire speed. And I usually like to run slower than what they suggest. Now I just gotta weld it all the way on. That's all the fab work you gotta do to put this kit together. Is cut the old spring perch on and weld this steel ring on that they supply.
And just like that, Rob is your doctor and Doug is your philanthropist. Everything back here should be bolt on with the exception of a little massage. Let's pull the bushing right out of it. Oh wow, that spring is super tall. In theory, the rear suspension on this car should be significantly easier to upgrade, although I am not retaining the divorced spring and shock setup because, yay, there you go. They decided to work things out and to give it a try, living together one more time. Oh, how am I gonna do that? How do I hold this and this at the same time? I should have had Charlie help me do this before he left. This is kind of a 2-person job. Got it. That'll do. There. Yeah, that was blown. Woo, that's sketchy. I have probably like 5 or 6 hours worth of cleaning ahead of me now because all this has to get painted before I reassemble it. Start scuffing. A lot of this has a little bit of surface corrosion on it since it's all just steel. It's the next day, everything's clean and dry and ready for these. As you probably can't tell on camera, this area behind the coilover had to get some slight massaging, but it's already taken care of and I dusted it with paint yesterday. Please tell me it's threading. That would be amazing. Yeah, it's threading. I have no idea what this ride height is set at. Oh, that's probably pretty low. Hell yeah. Obviously, I gotta set the ride height on this still, but I'm curious. I got some more parts. I guess I can put the axles back in now. Old dinky rear anti-sway bar is getting replaced. I think it's this box. Oh geez, this thing's huge. I think it's this box. Yeah. Of course I'm not gonna just throw coilovers on it and not address the anti-sway bars. Also, not sponsored, I bought a set of white line adjustable anti-sway bars for the MA61. I'm just amazed they still made these for the car. Same ones I have on the MR2. Look at all this stuff. Grease-free technology. I think it went like that. When I say I'm doing a car giveaway, I mean I'm quite literally just giving a car away because I spent way too much money on parts on this thing. This kit completely eliminates this factory style end link right here and upgrades it. Bracket under, facing down, end link goes on, so it's double adjustable. I'm gonna include these with the car so whoever gets it, they can adjust the suspension to their liking. That's the beauty of everything I'm doing right now is fully adjustable. So depending on how you want this car to be, if you win it, you can have it almost stock essentially driving wise, or you can dial everything in to make this thing an autocross champ from the 80s. Like that. Large washer. Goes through there. Yeah, there you go. So not only do you have ultimate adjustability with the new coilovers, it's paired with the adjustability now of the anti-sway bar and end link. Today on Cooking with Sarah, it's time to make up a batch of coilovers. I would do a Martha and Stewart impersonation, but I literally have no idea what she sounds like. These are tiny O-rings. Okay. Techno Toy's crazy as hell. They want me to put this over that. This has got to be the world's strongest O-ring, I swear. That actually fit. I can't believe that actually works. Whoever thought of this design, that is sheer genius and crazy at the same time. I cannot believe that actually worked. That's insane. Now, last time I did one of these, I had some people in the comments saying you're supposed to put oil inside the shock tube. Here in the directions, it says do not do this. You're not smarter than instructions, I'm sorry. Down inside here. Oh, that's gonna leave a mark. Oh God, I think I did permanent damage to my hand. On a positive note, you notice all the suspension parts look new again. They're not full of rock chips and little crusty spots. You see right here how dry rotted and cracked the bushings are, so that will help a lot. Man, I have really hurt my hand, like severely hurt my hand doing that. How the hell is this thing come out of here? Ow, my finger. Taking this thing out is like solving one of those shitty puzzles they made little kids do in the late 80s. To see if you're smart. Luckily, this housing is removable, so I think I gotta unbolt this and just pull it. Ooh, all right. Holy shit. Okay, my hand really hurts. Geez, this thing is super beefy. I just noticed this is actually like a metallic silver. I thought it was gray. But yeah, it is a little bit beefier. And also it's different shape at the end because you use a different style end link. Obviously I gotta clean around that area. It was tight. Nope. Ha! Oh Jesus, this sucks. Oh man, this is heavy. size of the bruise on my hand. This is all swollen. It's like, it's even swollen on the inside of my hand. How is that even? It's hot. I think I can do this. It looks like a little swivel chair at a bar. As far as the front coilovers go, I ran into some significant issues with some of the hardware supplied from Technotoy and some of the hardware that was not supplied that should have came with this kit to successfully complete it on the MA61 chassis. And also their instructions are lacking information for this chassis. They have stuff in there for Datsuns as well as Hashirokus, but not this vehicle. So it's gonna go back together without the adjustable camber plate. These are going on in the next video. So for now, I just want to get these on the car so I can get it off the lift and move it around the shop. In a nutshell, what needs to happen is this perch right here for the coilover adjustment sleeve has to get cut and welded on down here. But keep in mind, this body is threaded for the gland nut at the top. So you gotta essentially cut it twice and drop the whole thing down. That way the shock on the inside has a full range of motion as it should. Luckily, the people at Technotoy have excellent customer service and they were able to answer any questions and get the correct parts sent off so I can finish this project correctly. I have to at least get this thing down on the ground though, so I can see ride height wise how I'm gonna adjust these and how this is gonna look. There's still one more part of this suspension upgrade puzzle. These came from Japan, also not sponsored. Oh, that looks so sick. That's gonna be perfect for the rear. I think I'm gonna leave the rear ride height as it is. I don't even think I'm gonna have to roll the rear fenders either. I think that's just good as is. That looks so gangster. I love how that looks now. For just guessing, that's pretty close as is. Maybe just lower a hair in the front or raise it a hair in the rear to make it sit level, either or. Fresh out of the box from Japan. Da-da-da! Cusco front strut tower brace. Unfortunately, I'm gonna end up having to take all this apart again, but at least we can get an idea how this is gonna look in the engine bay. I love how this looks in the engine bay with that blue truss manifold. I mean, that is so sick. Oh, it's so good. Matching rear, of course. So yeah, to do the rear one, I have to take apart quite a bit the rear interior, but I'm also filming the detailing on this thing coming up in the next video or two. So makes more sense to do that when I'm tearing apart the interior to clean it anyway. I don't want to confuse things with all the hardware I have disassembled for the rear trim strips and start tearing apart the interior on top of that. I tried my best to get this all knocked out in one video, but stuff happens. So it will get addressed in the next video where I'm upgrading the brakes and I'm gonna start doing the final paint correction and detailing on the car. Only a couple more weeks to go and I promise I'll get back to work on the V8 Celica swap, which means you only got a couple more weeks to go to enter to win this thing. The link is in the video description below. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon with another video. Bye!